Hey everybody, got another video here for you. So, it's time to start another project here, guitar project. This is going to be actually by and large, it's going to be a refinishing job and maybe a little bit of mods. This guitar here is the Cowboys guitar, which is a mod slash build slash refinishing job I did about 3 years ago maybe for a friend of mine who's a Cowboys fan and wanted a Cowboys themed guitar. And it began life as a white HSH Strat, and then it got refinished 3 times. First I tried to do it in a blue stain with like silver, metallic flake silver around the edges, kind of a thing, but I couldn't get clean masking on the fingerboard to put silver on the edges of the back of the neck and not get the fingerboard. And I didn't know enough about finishing guitars to know about scraping binding. Yes, scraping binding. That and incompatibility between the lacquer clear coat and the silver, metallic silver spray paint. In the end, I made 3 attempts and I gave up. And then I refinished it in a natural with blue and gold hardware. And my buddy said he wanted something with more blue. So then I refinished it again in a blue. Basically just painted it blue and called it a day. Because at that time I'd been messing around with it for so long that I was kind of getting sick of it, to tell you the truth. And yeah, I stopped doing like custom theme guitar, traditional guitar builds where it would be I did a North Carolina hollow body with a Bigsby after this one, but that was about the last one I ever did. I got tired of, messing with paint jobs. It's like I have better things to do than try to stain a guitar to look like North Carolina blue. So, but anyway, this thing is back in my hands for the moment because it had a loose jack. And yeah, so I'll fix that and check out the wiring. And as far as the refinishing goes, I'm going to take another stab at the original finish that I was trying for, which means totally disassembling this thing. And it'll all get sanded back to clean wood. And then the body and the neck get stained blue. And then it gets masked off so there's like maybe 1/4 inch of like binding area around here exposed, and on the back will be like 1/4 inch of binding area exposed back here all around headstock, front and back. So the sides of the guitar and a little bit of the front and a little bit of the back will be metallic flake silver, and all the rest will be stained blue on the front and the back, on the neck, on the back of the headstock, on the front of the headstock. It's going to have that whole stained blue with metallic flake silver sides and kind of faux binding kind of a thing going on. And yeah, now I know about, now I've got, painter's tape here, and I can mask the stuff off better, and I can scrape binding in order to fix up what I can't mask off cleanly enough. So that's the plan, and I might update a few things on this while I'm at it, maybe some better pickups or something. It doesn't really need that much. Need to fix the jack. I was thinking about a Dallas Cowboys neck plate, but it doesn't have a regular fender neck plate. It's got one of these screws and cup washer things going on. And so yeah, no neck plate. But yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do in the way of improvements. I'm not sure there's a whole lot I can do. As far as like the frets are in good shape already. Maybe just give it a polish. Little shot of oil for the fretboard. And yeah. So yeah, by and large, it's going to be a refinish job. So first step is going to be to take this puppy apart. So the wood on this thing apparently is Paulownia, or however you say it. Yeah, it's looks to be a three-piece. One, two, three. So yeah, three-piece Paulownia body. It's very light, very light. Sands pretty easy. Once I get through the Krylon, yeah, it sands up pretty easy. So yeah, now I got to grind on the other side. So the sanding here is coming along quite nicely. The front and the back are pretty much done to a 60 grit at least. Still got to work on the sides. I've got maybe half an hour on each side in order to get it to this point. It's a three-piece Paulownia body. Yeah, and the first finish attempt, which is what I'm going to be redoing it as, it was stained blue, and it does look nice stained. So, yeah, things are going as expected. So I've done about all I can with the quarter sheet power sander, and that's about all that's left. Is this little bit right here, this little bit right here. And that's it. Everything else is done. So I it's time for hand sanding. I wish I had a rotary thing that goes on a drill, but I don't. So either I order up that or I do some hand sanding. I think I'll just watch some vids, and shouldn't take more than half an hour to an hour. It's once you get through the paint, that's the only thing. It's pretty tough paint. 3 coats of Krylon, so yeah. Shout out to Krylon, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I'm off to do some quality time 60 grit in the big screen. I'll be back. Okay, got all the paint sanded off the body everywhere, even back here in the horns. And one trick I used was I took the screwdriver handle and I rolled the sandpaper around it like that. And then hold it with your thumb. And then it's real easy to get in there and get that stuff in the curves. So yeah, that really sped things up a lot. And then you can finish it by hand, like this. So the one thing I want to do is I want to go around and hit all these edges on the front and the back, make sure they're all nicely rounded over. You can see how the screwdriver did a pretty nice job of like finishing these edges, but I want to just go around and make sure they're all looking nice, and then it'll be ready for stain and paint. And then I also have to sand down the neck. Okay, I went around the front and back edges and evened up rounded over all the curves. Well, evened up the rounding over of the curves, I guess you would say. So yeah, it's looking like a proper Strat body again. All nice and smooth and even. No bulges or anything on the sides or anything. So this is ready for paint and stain. Now it's on to the neck. Okay, got the neck pretty much sanded down now, and yeah, so it's all back to bare wood and feeling right. I still have to do a little detail sanding touch up. There's, like you can see, a little bit of blue edge there right along that edge. I'll be using the electric sander for that because this is maple, so it this is not too aggressive. With the Paulownia, I did all the rounding of the edges and stuff by hand because that stuff's like, it's almost like working with balsa wood. It's so soft. But yeah, with this all, I got to do the ends still also. But yeah, little detail sanding with this guy, and this will be ready to go. Okay, got all the little spots and edges on stuff on the neck, so it's all ready to go too. So all the sanding is done, and this thing is ready to go in the paint shop. And the plan there is to stain the whole thing like a dark blue, and then mask it off, and all around the edges of the neck and the body is going to be squirted with metallic flake silver. And then after that, the whole thing will get clear coated with enamel. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. So, until the next one, everybody, have a good one.